my name is Lee, your favorite psychotic net idol, and today I'm going to be talking about the time that I got stalked by a guy named Satan. And I'm not joking. That's why I dressed up gothic today. Um, F off, preps. Anyway, so when I was in high school, I dressed like an anime girl, and I got a lot of attention for it. Some of it was good, and some of it was bad. And there was this one guy who was kind of like I don't know how to describe him. He was kind of like a Cookie Monster pajama pants girl, but if he was like if it was a guy, and he really liked me, and I didn't really know that he existed for the longest time, and so one day he comes up to me and he's like, "Hi, hello," and so I'm trying to be nice to him, and um I don't really know exactly how this. I think maybe his little brother or something was like, "Oh, he has a crush on you," and I'm like, "Okay," and so he brings me flowers, handpicked, not from the store, at one point, and that was nice. I think they were like purple or something. I guess that was nice of him. Um, But it all started to go downhill once he started to follow me on Snapchat, and I didn't talk to him very much. Like he was kind of just I was like, oh, hello, hi. Um, I I was just trying to be polite, but he wasn't exactly like in my friend group. But he did start talking to me over like messaging on Snapchat, and I would reply, but it was casual. I wasn't mean to him, but I certainly wasn't invested. And so one thing that kind of struck me as odd was that there was this one day I had given him my phone number on a piece of paper, and he had my phone number. He was messaging it, but there was this one day I get a message. It's, somebody put your phone number in my locker, or like you put your phone number in my locker. I'm like, I did not put my phone number in anybody's locker. Um, I didn't do that because I am not living in a Disney Channel movie, and I also don't know who you are. So I said, oh, I don't know who you are. That might be one of my friends playing a joke on me or you. Um, and it wasn't. I don't think it was. I think it was him. I think when he was done with the piece of paper that had my phone number on it, he put it in another, like it's just like a random stranger's locker. Or maybe he didn't know. Maybe he thought it was his locker, or maybe I really don't know what happened with that. It was just like the timing was very it just had to have been him. So when I say I was stalked by Satan, I mean that his name was Satan, and it was not spelled Satan. It was a scrambling of the letters of Satan, and everyone at school called him something else. He had a nickname, and I did not believe him because I thought he was trying to be like too edgy 5U. Like I thought he was trying to be cool by pretending to be named Satan, but then he sent me photos of his birth certificate, which is a crazy thing to do. Especially because like when I was like, "Oh, I don't believe you," it wasn't necessarily like I was like, I wasn't goading him on. I wasn't bullying him. I was just like, "Oh, ha ha!" Like you're messing with me. You're rage baiting me. Um, but he was not, because apparently his parents were addicts and he was adopted by somebody else, and I guess they were Satanists and they had named him Satan, and it was real. So his name was Satan, and he would Snapchat me all the time. And I think he really liked Fairy Tail, like the anime Fairy Tail, and he would post about me on his story, which was funny because I didn't talk to him that much. Um, and there was like one that was like it became like a meme around our school because he meant to say that I made him smile, but he wrote slime. Mm. And so I'm I make him slime, and there's like multiple Snapchats of him like crying over me, which was news to me because not only had I not courted him, I had not rejected him. He was kind of just there. I don't know. Uh, and he would post about me in a story, and he would Snapchat me, and I would reply sometimes. In retrospect, I was probably a little too polite, but I was young, and I didn't want to be rude, especially because like I was getting attention from a boy, and that was kind of rare because I wasn't a socially acceptable like person to have a crush on back then. So I was flattered, but I guess I just didn't. I didn't pursue it like that, and he uh, he was pursuing it by himself, I guess, um, on his own terms. So he would post about me on Snapchat, and there was this one time where I don't know, I think I was just at the arcade, and I was doing what you do at the arcade, playing video games, and I get a Snapchat notification that he had gotten a new credit card, and it was his entire credit card number, like his whole credit card information, completely uncensored. And I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. And I'm a nice person, so I didn't do anything with it. I did not buy anything. I was really tempted because I think I was at the arcade. I was like, I could buy so many rounds of Groove Coaster, but I did it um because, well, it's partially because I say that I'm kind, but partially I didn't want to get in trouble because like I don't. What if I don't know the legality of that kind of thing. Like it was really out of context too. He just sent me his credit card number. It wasn't like, here is my credit card number, go buy yourself something. It was just like a photo of his credit card, and I really didn't know what to do with it, so I just ignored that. Eventually, there's this girl who went to our school I didn't really like, who told him that I was like making fun of him and all this stuff, and I'm like, I wasn't really making fun of him. It was more like, hey, look at this guy who sent me his credit card information. Isn't that kind of crazy? Which it is objectively crazy. I don't think that that's like making fun of somebody. Um, he sent me his credit card information. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with your credit card information. I mean, buy things, but I don't want to get in trouble. So he eventually moved. He moved to Arizona and he became a mechanic. And then he got fired because he blew up a car. And I remember like I guess he had found my number or something like years later, and he messaged me and he said he was a mechanic, but he blew up a car that day. I guess maybe blowing up the car was like, maybe he thought it would impress me or something, because it was very much like, hey, I'm a mechanic and I blew up a car, just right now. And I got fired because I blew up a car. So I don't know, and I don't know. I don't think it was on purpose. I think he accidentally blew up a car because it was at a mechanic's office, and I don't think he was just like putting bombs in cars for fun. But he could be, because he sent me his credit card number for fun. So maybe somebody who does something like that for fun does other things for fun that I wouldn't find fun. And maybe I would find blowing up a car fun in like the right context, but I wouldn't do it if it were to get me fired. Um, so if your car was blown up by a guy named Satan, I'm sorry.